Welcome to How To RC. We're continuing the Polaris project. I'm going to glue up the sides of the fuselage today. Now, if you remember the last time we glued our bulkheads on, so it's going to be pretty easy to put this together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use some electrical tape. This happens to be yellow. The black stuff works just fine. And I'm going to put a piece on here like that. And as I find my knife. Okay. You've seen this before, seen me do this. This is just water and a Windex thing. There's a little bit of Windex in it. That's why it's kind of blue. The Windex just acts as a lubricant to keep the pump running. And we'll give this side of the fuselage some water. Give this side of the fuselage some Gorilla Glue. Tape grabbed right a hold of me, it did. Remember, squeeze all the air out before you put the top back on. Okay, now electrical tape, because it is stretchy, has an elastic property, makes a pretty good clamping system. Apply some pressure, stretch the tape out, stick it down on the other side here, and it's applying pressure to hold that nose piece together. Now this one down here is going to be a little more difficult. What I'm going to do is put a bar clamp on there. Now, these are really nice little bar clamps for a hobbyist. And I found them at West Marine. For the astounding price, like $6.95 for a pair of them. Thought that was pretty good. Little 6-inch bar clamps. Next we're going to work on the motor pylon. Now I took the liberty of gluing this piece on because I wanted to show you what comes next. But let's talk about build pins. You know what build pins are? They're the pins you use to pin something down to your building board when you're trying to build a balsa wing. They're real handy on foam too. They're available at most hobby shops. Alright, so the top of the pylon needs to be absolutely flat and straight, and you can do that with a sanding block. The bottom should be too flat and straight, that is. We're going to have to taper the back end. We want to taper all our trailing surfaces, and that's easily accomplished with the 150 grit sandpaper. And we need to taper our leading edge a bit to reduce resistance to passing through the air. I'm just giving myself a head start here with the... I definitely need a new blade. Sure be that down. Okay, this is the only point at which I really disagree with the instructions. These are the side pieces for the nacelle. They're cut at an angle like this. You want to put a nice long bevel on them and make sure you make a left and a right. Now I made another piece of foam the same size as this piece here, and I'll show you why in a minute. Let's put a new blade in this thing. Ooh, that's sweet. Alrighty, they have you putting the strips on, the corner strips on these pieces, and then trying to bend them around to follow the contour of this piece and put this on top. Well, I disagree with that. I think what you should do is make this piece about 12 millimeters thinner and make these pieces about 12 millimeters taller and wrap this around the outside of that shape. So what I've done is cut a piece of pink foam that I had laying around as a spacer to space this other piece up here. And I'll take my side pieces, put them on flush with the bottom piece, on the side of the bottom piece, so that they bend around to the right place. See, isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to take some epoxy glue and epoxy this joint here. I think what I'll do is glue both pieces on like this, and then worry about clamping that together there. I think probably some electrical tape will do it. So catch up with me in a minute. Okay, so I got put the epoxy on, mix up some epoxy, put it on the sides of the bottom one. We're not gluing this one in place, no glue on this one. And I'm going to try to tape the taper on the front here with some electrical tape, much like I did the nose on the fuselage. Let's see if it works. Get it bent around there like we want it. Some tension on the tape. It looks like it might hold the bottom.